You don't care who you lay down with. You're weak because you was raised by women. Your thought process is just like theirs. A lot of you don't like me, man. Got too much masculine energy for you. Go ahead, King, bring it up.
Galatians 5:19. Now thy works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication.
What did that woman commit on her husband? Adultery. Adultery. Know what Pecan Brown said? Oh, she was bored. So that justifies adultery? Oh, now if someone gets bored, you can go out and commit adultery? Come on, man. You can miss me with that, man. That shows us who you really are, Pecan Brown. Go ahead, King.
Which are these: adulteries, fornication.
Stop. Fornication, because I know she doesn't know what fornication is. She thinks fornication is sex before marriage. Fornication is sexual wickedness. Like you was talking about, an open marriage for a woman makes that woman a whorish woman. That is fornication. A woman is not to lay down with no other man as long as her husband is alive. So she's a fornication. She's a fornicator. You understand? Big play, I think you probably got caught up on how this woman looked, man. Because you like you trying to save her, man. You can't save her, man.
This Big wanna be a player. He want to be.
I'm disappointed in you, man. I'm disappointed in you, big player. Yeah, I mean, you get caught up on the visual. That's what it is, man.
Finish it out.
Finish it out, King.
Adulteries, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness.
Yeah, we can stop right there. Ephesians 5:3, man.
But whoring and all uncleanliness or greed of grain, let it not even be named among you, as is proper among set apart ones.
Con, you see that? Most High said it's not even supposed to be around us, man. So if you open, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Big player, if you dealing with a woman that's open to an open-end relationship, you a straight simp, my dude, and she's a hoe. You understand? I'm gonna tell you straight, man, according to the Most High, man. And if you're not going by these standards, no wonder, man. Because worldly Negroes would do what they want to do. You better mortify your members, man. Let's get Colossians 3:5, man. I'm gonna play something else too, man. But we're gonna look at this from a scientific perspective. Colossians 3:5. This is edification, man. We straighten all you simps out, man. You don't have to be a simp anymore, man. You don't have to be a mangina, man. You could be a real man. Get on the Bless Express Alpha Male bus. It's coming through. Become a T-Dot man. Get your mind right, man.
You got it? You got it?
I'll go ahead.
Come. Chapter 3, verse 5. Therefore, put to death your members.
Yeah, you gotta mortify your members. You gotta put to death your sexual wickedness. Read it again, Will. What does Pecan Brown need to do? What does Pecan Brown need to do?
Close them legs. You gotta close them legs, Pecan Brown.
There's no such damn thing as an open relationship for our women, for the women of Yasha Allah. That is death. That is gonna get you death, woman.
Calm.
You can't talk your way out of this because I'm a different kind of dude, man. You put that out there. The truth manifests itself, man. Read that again from the top, huh?
Therefore, put to death your members which are on the earth. Whoring, uncleanliness.
What?
Whoring, uncleanliness, passion,
Yeah, inordinate affection. Go ahead.
evil desire,
Mm-hmm.
and greed of grain, which is idolatry.
All of that is idolatry, and you know idolatry is an unforgivable sin, man. It's like setting up partners with the Most High, man. That's unforgivable. From there, let's get 1 Thessalonians 4 and 3, man. 1 Thessalonians 4 and 3, and I'm gonna play a video. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna let her come in. I'm gonna let her come in and speak. And BigPlayVisual, you could come in also.
He turned my name up.
Let me let this video rock, man. These precepts will cut the hell out of that, man.
Con, I got
y'all gonna have to tune in for real.
Thessalonians. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 3. For this is the desire of the Supreme Allahan, your set apartness, that you should abstain from whoring.
Abstain from what?
From whoring. Evil desire. Abstain from whoring.
Now, I got a question, Aquards. My man, Aquards. You came in kind of late, Karatazar, but I had posted Pecan Brown's messages from Instagram where she goes by melanated _ yogi. And she was saying unless they're in an open relationship, she's wrong. Which means an open relationship to her is okay. You should never justify anything like that for a woman. The next thing she said that was off as hell was the man was wrong also because he wasn't taking care of whatever it was he was supposed to take care of. And so what I'm trying to teach this woman is that when a woman takes an oath, according to the Most High, she's bound by the law to that man as long as that man lives. And she's not to take another damn man. And the reason you don't understand that, Pecan Brown, because you're wicked, man. Because you're a worldly woman. That's why you don't get it. Someone give me the law on that, man, before I like this video off. Someone give me the chapter Romans 7 and 2. And Shaw get me 1 Corinthians 7 and 39. I'm gonna edify this woman whether she like it or not, man. There's supposed to be no whores in the daughters of Zion, man. Scripture say you're gonna be judged by everything that comes out of your mouth, man. She put it out there in the universe, man.
Book of Romans, chapter 7, verse 2. For the married woman has been bound by Torah to the living husband. But if the husband...
I need that in King James, man. Shaw, you got a King James? It doesn't read well in that Bible, man.
I guess I did King James.
You don't read, but she can understand what it's saying. It says as long as he lived.
Romans chapter 7, verse 2. For the woman which hath an husband...
Stop. Like that woman in the video that had a husband, she had a husband. What did she do? She went out and committed adultery. What did melanated yogi, a.k.a. Pecan Brown, say? Unless they have an open-end relationship. That's not what the Most High says. I don't even give a damn if her husband told her it was okay. He's wicked then. And he's a simp beta male. But what does the Most High say? Read it again, Shaw, from the top.
Romans chapter 7, verse 2. For the woman which hath a husband is bound by the law to her husband, so long as he liveth.
As long as he lived. Can't be no I'm damn getting bored. See, Pecan Brown, you're a damn worldly woman. That's why you think like that. You're worldly. And you're filthy. Because you think like this world. That's not of a woman of the Most High. And you know what's sad? Is you probably think you're a good woman. You probably think you're a good woman. That's filthy thinking. Okay, bring it out, kid.
But if the husband be dead, she is loose from the law of that husband.
That woman's not supposed to take another man until that man is dead. Let's get that in one more place. 1 Corinthians 7:39.
First Corinthians chapter 7, verse 39. The wife is bound by the law as long as her husband liveth.
As long as her husband is alive, the wife is bound by law, by the laws of the Most High. Don't matter if Esau said you could get a damn divorce. Judgment is coming to that woman, man. Sevenfold. See, the problem is, man, our damn women is in the world, man. Their minds are destroyed. Their minds are gone, man. Go ahead, read, Ken.
But if her husband be dead, she is at liberty to be married to whom she will, only in the Most High.
Read.
But she is happier if she subdued after my judgment. And I think also that I have the spirit of the Most High.
Okay. So now, all you women that think you're not a whore, I don't give a damn if you only slept with 2 men. You, my dear, according to the Bible, you are a whore. And according to science, you are a whore and you need to repent. I'm telling you. And then in repentance, you sleep with 1 more man. The Most High forgive you of what you didn't know. I don't even know what damn man's going to want some of you. You've been out here sleeping all these men, got all these damn spirits on you. So let's let this rock. This man right here is a doctor. This woman right here is a registered nurse. Let's see what they have to say on the subject.
You sent me this article that I think should have been taught.
Hey, can you hear this, Will?
Gone.
This article that I think should have been taught a long time ago in sex education, in school, in like all over the place for young girls. Why don't you introduce it?
That would have changed your whole life.
Absolutely. Would change many girls' lives, yes.
So, a friend of mine sent me a link to an article that's titled Women Absorb and Retain DNA from Every Man They Have Sex With.
Did you hear that, Pecan Brown? Every man that sticks his life in you, you maintain his DNA. That also means it alters your thought process. If you have sex with a damn murderer, that spirit's getting on you. This is why many of you Eves abuse your children.
Scary, right? So you're convinced.
Uh-oh.
Right, you're convinced. Well, you're on a woman, but I think most of us are going, uh-oh, right? Because you're convinced this is why I keep tearing up the house, right? Now I'm pretty sure that I have never dated a Navy SEAL. I certainly haven't been married to one, and so it doesn't explain like why I love fighting and all this stuff. Well, at least I don't think so. But yeah, it's really an interesting concept. My ex-husband was a contractor, so he's convinced this is why I keep tearing up the house, right? Explain what this article shows.
Well, this is actually a combination of another study, which is why it really blows my mind. I mean, the first time I read it.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you something, big player. I'm not running them away. You're just a simp man. You're not a player. You want to come at them soft. I come at them like the Most High comes at them. I tell them the truth. The scriptures say in Isaiah 58 verse 1 to cry aloud. I'm not gonna come at them over there soft like you. Like you trying to be all, you trying to act like everything's sweet, and you letting that woman glorify whoredom on your page. And I came over there and checked that ass. That's what you don't like. That's what you don't like. You ain't nothing but a simp, man. You ain't no damn player.
Whoever you have sex with, for women, you actually begin to incorporate the DNA of the man into your body. So it's very important to be thoughtful. I mean, you shouldn't be anyway. who you have sex with. You should be thoughtful. And now this is...
Eve don't get this. You understand? Eve doesn't get this. Eve thinks she can just sleep around with who in the hell she wants. That's why you got so many spirits on you.
Wow. If I have sex with someone who's abusive, with someone who's erratic, with that it may actually have an impact on the females, because, and it's different than males, because females get a guy's sperm.
See that?
And where women retain.
You see that? You hear the man say it's different from males and females, Will?
Con, they were receivers.
Right up.
They received.
Con, the Bible lines right up with science. It lines right up with science. I don't give a damn if you don't like this big player, you can leave. And you can take that horse woman with you unless she repent. And you can like that, understand it, believe it or not. I'm not here to sugarcoat nothing, because everything's not sweet. Our women are off as hell. And all of them need to watch this. And you know what? They're not going to care. They still going to little Kimmy, Cardi B.
They're on eggs. Right. So women are not giving their DNA to men. Men are giving their genetic material to women.
So it's really interesting when you think of this idea, the two shall become one, or the five shall become one.
See that?
So it's really kind of this.
Esau making fun of her. You understand what Esau said? That means that she had 5 penises in her. She become like 5 of those men. And you see what I'm saying? When these damn simple men was trying to tell me that a man could not be a polygamist and can be one with all of those women. The reason he be one with all of those women is because he's dropping his DNA in all of them. And they take on his mindset. You understand? But the same thing don't happen to that man. Because that egg stays in her. Understand that? That's the behind this, man.
She said, no, I don't think it was 100.
Right, so let's hope it's not 100. But in sex education, when they teach this idea that you're sleeping, when you sleep with someone, you're sleeping with everyone they've slept with, what they're referring to is STDs, right? But it really has a far more reaching impact than that.
Right.
So I just think this is so interesting. I think if young girls really understood this, because modern society has thrown these values out the window because they think of them as old-fashioned values.
That's what I'm trying to teach Pecan Brown, and BigPlayVisual is trying to block it. He doesn't like my delivery. Oh, so damn what? So what he doesn't like my delivery? Let's get 1 Corinthians. Well, I'm going to stop this for a minute, man. Let me get a preset, because I don't think... He said, Tyler Doc keeps running him away. I think he's suggesting that I'm supposed to talk to him real softly. Or something like that, man. So let's get 1 Corinthians 14 chapter. Or was it the 15th? In 14:38. Get 1 Corinthians 14:38.
1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 38. And if anyone is ignorant, let him be ignorant.
Right. So to be close, stay ignorant. From there, let's get 2 Corinthians 11:6. Because he think I'm coming off a little kind of rude. He said I'm running them away. But Hamashiach said none of mine are yours. He didn't lose none. 2 Corinthians 11:6.
Now, though, I seem unlearned when I speak.
No, not that Bible. Not that Bible, man.
No.
11:6 it say, do I be rude in speech, but not in knowledge. 2 Corinthians 11:6. So you may not like the delivery, big player, but you will be wise to receive it.
And it's like, I get to think like a guy. I get to do whatever men do.
Yeah, see? And this is how Pecan Brown thinks. Too many of these women out here think they can do what men do. You can't do what men do. You understand? You can't do what a man does. Big pleasure, you're not getting this, man. I'm gonna tell you, brother, you need to change your name, man. You should call yourself BigVisual because you're just gawking at these women. And if they look attractive, like Pecan Brown does to you, they lure you in. And you get up here, you trying to fight for her, man. You better be standing up for the word of the Most High. Stop being a damn Simp beta male.
Old-fashioned values. And it's like, I get to think like a guy. I get to do whatever men do, right? And it's become sort of just old-fashioned thinking as opposed to scientifically and even morally, and even like why you should protect your body against, you know, I mean, it's a scientific reason that supports all of the things we've been taught growing up for many years. And I think if we really approached it from not just the morals, right, not just the values, but we added the science to it, I think women would think about this completely different.
He got me on this live stream.
To a number of my friends who were females, and they're like, "Whoa!"
One of the videos I had posted on my page, it basically inspired this whole stream, this whole live stream today right now. But listening to him speak, listening to him speak, he's trying to chop down the inspiration that had happened and using it as I don't know, as internet bait maybe. And I'm like, yo, I've been sharing.
I hope you women are getting this. I hope you wicked Eves are getting this, and you need to repent. I'm not going to sugarcoat a damn thing. You women are wicked, you're off as hell, and you need to repent. I don't give a damn if you don't like what I'm saying. You need to repent, man. You've been raised wrong, man. You've been raised by wicked mothers. And I know it hurts, but in repentance, you gotta turn away from that, man.
Click that video link real quick so you can see it.
Who you become intimate with really does matter. And they actually found there's a term for it, micro chimerism, which are particles of DNA that they found in the women's brains.
See that?
So it just wasn't in their body, it was in the inner sanctum, if you will, into the part of you.
I've been telling people this for years. Now that they hear from Esau, they will believe it. So you got every damn man that you laid down with Pecan Brown, his damn sperm is in your brain. His DNA is going in your brain. And this is why a lot of you women be acting real right. You get up in men's face, want to get all damn aggressive. This is why you have like a Amazon woman now. Because she got so much damn male sperm in her, man. And she acting like some of these ruthless men. The man you laid down with might have been a damn gang member that was a damn killer. And he might have laid down with a damn a crack head or something. That you take on all that DNA. He just deposit all of that into you.
It makes you who you really are, which is
So I wonder if some women are more susceptible to like taking in more of this DNA, or if it has to do strictly with numbers. I think you've often said to me, the only time you scare me is when you act like a girl, right?
Well, because you didn't.
Well, part of that's hormonal,
You
right?
want to go to Laker games with me.
So, yeah, so some of it's hormonal.
And so, I'm going to hit you something, man. I'm going to hit you something. I said this to a few women, and they got offended. I said, yo, you act kind of masculine. And they didn't understand what I was talking about, right? What it is they had too many damn penises. Either they were sucking, because you could get the man DNA by doing oral also. And that's going to your brain. So you act bugged out of your damn mind. You act like a damn man. You act masculine. And so a real alpha is not attracted to that. He's attracted to your femininity, right? A real man don't want that. I know I don't want that. These women are nothing but walking sperm baits, man. And they got all kind of spirits on them, man. That's why you got a good damn woman, you better keep her, man. Who the hell wants a woman that been with all these damn men, man? Not me. You got a good woman, you better hold on to her, man. These Eves out here wicked, man. The average woman has by the time she's 25, she had 25 penises. And stop me where I'm lying at, Martin.
or more. Or more.
And thank you. Okay.
Some of these women act like having sex is like having shaking hands. You know, they have that much sex. That means nothing to them.
Yeah. They've been dumbed down. You got a bunch of simp beta men that go for this, right? And these harlots, these are whorish women. There would not be so many whorish women as so many of you damn men wasn't simp beta men. You accept them. Why you want to lay down with a woman like that, man?
You're taking the level of stress that you're under, the amount of alcohol.
Really is that whole four-circle approach to understanding this, the biological reasons that this might be happening, what's going on in your body, the psychology, the sociology. I mean, all of this probably plays into it to some degree, correct? I mean, why some people might be more susceptible than others. So it's more complicated than just what's on the surface, and it's only one study, correct?
Well, no, it's a replication of another study. And this one was done at the University of Seattle and the Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center.
Oh.
And the researchers were initially trying to determine if women who had boys were more susceptible to neurological diseases that males typically have. Or not, compared to women who didn't have children or women who just had girls.
And it left a big gap.
It left this big question.
Right.
Was, do you really retain the energy of the people you spend time with intimately? And the answer seems to be yes. I don't think that's a huge surprise. But to actually get their DNA in your body and you retain it, it just should make you think twice.
Right.
Or 3 times, or 5 times. And, you know, one of the first persons I texted the study to was Chloe, who's our almost 14-year-old. And I'm like, sweetie, another reason to be protective of your body. Be careful of the people you spend time with because you're more likely to become like them. And
did you hear what he said? You're more likely to become like them. You hear that, Clean Night Linen? Every damn penis that these damn Eves that had up in them, she's becoming like that man. If that man was a pedophile, Eve had pedophilia tendencies now. You understand? If the man was bi, Eve has bi tendencies now. You understand? If the man liked to get in orgies, Eve had that in her now, man. She takes on his DNA and his thought process. It goes to her brain, which is a central processing unit. This is why some of that thought process is so damn off. Like they be off their rockers. They better repent before the day of judgment, man.
people is certain, be careful of anybody you let near you.
Right. And we've always taught her that, but I think just gives it a whole new level of caution. So I just think it's fascinating, right? So that's another reason not to date the bad boys.
I don't have to make you bad yourself.
I mean, I think that's the implication, isn't it?
Right. I mean, I think what we're talking about is something I've thought about a lot as a psychiatrist, is people are contagious. And just to reiterate, when you talked about the 4 circles, so everybody knows what we're talking about. I learned this a long time ago when I was in medical school. Whenever you evaluate someone, you don't just think of them as their disease. You think of them, well, what's their biology? So in this case, genetic material, things run in families, or somebody you're sleeping with family. Head trauma, diet, exercise, toxins, infections, things like that. But there's also a psychological circle. How do you think? What was your development like? Who did you hang out with? And, you know, I'm working on a new book for next year called All Success and Failure Starts Here, in your rank. And in there's a chapter, The Brain Hates Change. And so if you grow up with certain habits and rituals and mindset, it's really hard to break it because your brain has set all these traps.
So if Eve has grown up and her mom taught her it's okay to sleep with multiple men, that is exceedingly difficult to break. And on top of that, society tell her it's okay to have open relationships and open marriages. In the eyes of the Most High, you are a hoe. And it's the Simp beta male that keeps this thing going. Because you keep laying down with whorish women because you have no morals. Because you don't give a damn about who you lay down with. It's just, oh, well, she got a nice butt. She's attractive. Second Esdras 5 and 8 in the Apocrypha says, there shall be a confusion also in many places, and the fire shall be oft set out again, and wild beasts shall change their places, and menstruous women, meaning unclean women, shall bring forth monsters. And these unclean Eves, you're responsible for all of this violence in these communities. You're raising the children and you're unclean because a man is not there. So we have menstruous women bringing forth monsters. You want to fix the problem? Send your children to live with their father. Send your children to live with the father. I guarantee the violence will go down in our communities. Send them to live with the man. That's what the Most High says. How did he say he's going to fix the problems? Well, in the last book, in the Tanakh, in the book of Malachi 4 verse 6, he said to fix this, he said, and I would turn the hearts of the fathers to the children, and the hearts of the children to the fathers, not to the mothers, to the fathers, least or else I come and I smite the earth with a curse. So the Most High is telling you right there, man, what the fix is. It's the father. It's the man in the home. And so with that, Marty, I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to post a link in the room. Now you can come in if you want to. Pecan Brown, Big Pleasure, BigPlayVisual, and whoever else that want to come in. Just show some decorum. What you got, Marty Marsh? Speak on it. Talk that talk. What you think about everything that was stated?
It's a long time. Hey, you know what? Those women like that, you know, they no good to a brother. You know, the big player, one is a big wannabe player, and he should recognize what he got. And, you know, these women, you said a long time ago, they retain when they have too many penises of a guy's personality, and that just proved it scientifically. Well, I mean, you can tell in the way they change personalities every few minutes, you know. One person in, you know, they acting crazy, crying, up, down, sideways, you know. No, it's, these women do not even realize how bad they are.
The link's in the room. The link's in the room. Big player, come on in. The link's in the room. Brown, come on in.
All right, let me see.
I mean, I ain't trying to cut my man, but, you know, he need to get with it. You know, don't start calling yourself big player and you ain't playing in the right way, you know.
Now, he was. Now, I'm gonna tell you, Marty. He was acting as a defense attorney for him, man. Oh, you gonna tell her? You let her come on and speak, and so on and so forth. He was acting as a defense attorney for her, man. Even let me show you, man. Let me show people what she put up here again. This is why I came at her, man. Let me show you.
Just show how stupid and nasty is.
That's the wrong slide right there. Wrong slide. Go ahead, Marty.
Well, you know, I mean, it's just, I don't know why our brothers don't see this, man. You know, I mean, how can you not see when you got a woman that just...
I don't know if that...
I don't get it.
I don't know if that's his woman. You know how a lot of dudes get when they try and chase skirts or whatever? They try and cater to the woman, always try and protect her, think that's going to get him some damn, brownie points. He catering to the damn woman. Top out and give her a chance to speak.
What's none of that said?
This is what she put in. This is why it came out. When she said, I have so much to say about this situation. If they didn't have an agreement of an open relationship,
speaking about the man,
this is why I destroyed that with the woman. Any woman, and with this, what I just played from science, with this doctor and this nurse, any woman, in your damn brain, from his sperm cells. She said if they didn't have an open relationship, she was wrong. So in other words, what this woman is saying, I mean, stop me one line, when she's saying if they did have an open relationship, she's not wrong. Yeah, I think this woman is claiming that her father is a preacher. What the hell did he teach her, man? You see what I say about these damn preachers? Then she goes on and say, however, he is equally at fault. Now you explain to me how in the hell is this man equally at fault? See, that's feminism right there. To those of you men that can't see it, that's feminism. How's the man at fault? Because this woman turned out to be a hoe. To a fact to me, man. They won't come in the room now. They're linked. She wanted to come in. She probably bounced, man. They cut her spirit.
She got to keep it real, Con. I mean, that's the problem with these brothers, man.
They're weak, man.
They don't want to recognize that what the woman is doing is
Matthew Ali, you got your back. He coming to a damn rescue. Like, he's a authorized representative. This is what Jake does, man. And it incenses me, man.
I had to cut a lot of cats off, man, for that very same thing, man. You know, you got cats that gotta ask a woman, can you come over?
I'm ready when y'all ready.
You go out and stuff. And look, you got some of these, our sisters, they go to the store and this one get lost, man, and go get laid. And come right back and jump right up there in your bed and just screwed up and say, man, it's good, man. And they do that, man. They go out and be with one of these dudes, come right back. Oh, baby, I like to hop right to your head, man. Put in that evil spirit and shoot your ass, man, on your dumbass. Yeah, this is real talk, man. This is nothing to play with. You gotta clean this shit up, man. These sisters do have to repent, man. You know, it ain't a whole lot of time here, you know. This shit is real, and these sisters, when they, I'm gonna tell you, when they repent, that's the first sign of building and destruction and stuff. But you know what, man? I can't use one of them type of women. You know, a hoe is not reusable. If you get a hoe, it ain't much you can do with her, man, but put her back in the home.
The mystery, you might want to come on in the room, because you're starting to talk sideways. Come on in the room. We're talking about the now. We're living in the now, man. We're trying to fix this. And this is how you fix it. You fix it by talking about it and calling people out, not sugarcoating it. And to see, I'm telling you something, man. Let me tell you something, man. You know what people don't like to be around dudes like me? Is because if you fat, I'm not telling you, listen, man, you're freaking fat and you need to lose weight. And if you messed up, you're a damn simp. I'm gonna tell you, you're a damn simp. And people don't want to hear. Man, if you try and work out, you try and alter your body, I'm gonna tell you, man, listen, man, you can't eat that. So you don't want to be around dudes like me, because I'm gonna tell you the things that you don't want to hear. But those are the things that's gonna change you. But you want to be around the dude that be like, damn, man, I feel like working out today. And you're around this damn weak dude, and you be like, yeah, man, let's get some pizza and beer. Let's get some pizza and soda. You like that. You love that. You love to be around those kind of people, and that's why you never changed. That's why you fell. And it's just something. Most people are like that, man. Most people in this world are like that, man. Most people are simp-beta men like that.
Can I ask you, you be trying to help them, right? It's out of love, right?
Come. That's all it is.
I'm waiting to get in. He got me on the side waiting. I'm waiting to go ahead and so I can let them know. They can get to know BigPlayVisual and who I am straight out the gate.
Good. That's you. You're BigPlayVisual. You came in as Matthew Ali.
Oh, please. I didn't even know I was on. Because I was waiting and I'm like,
You've been on for the past 10 minutes.
Word. Well, I think I was listening to somebody else speak, but I was just wanting to clear air. But, I'm open for the questions you may have because, I know I'm going to be touching on a whole bunch of different stuff because you just said a lot in between. And that's why she probably did left.
No, you left. She left because her spirit got cut.
That may have been true. That might have been true.
She left because she tried to alter what she typed that. I didn't alter any of that.
True indeed. I don't know what happened, but, like... My BigPlayVisual, right? For one, it's BigPlayVisual. I never advocated to be a player, so that scratch that. But I already get, I get the message, and I appreciate the message. I think I was saying all that in the live chat. What else I want to clear up? Me personally, like I say, y'all know me. BigPlayVisual is nothing but the Most High. We shine a light. Your content is your content, you know what I'm saying? It's never. I'm not mad about your content. I was just saying about everybody else, but we can't help that. It is what it is, But I've been married. I was married from 2006 to 2014. I've been chilling. I don't go around putting my about on anybody. That's not me. But I knew he wasn't talking about me personally. Just for the record, for everybody that's listening.
It wasn't about. It sounds like you was trying to protect her. The conversation was about a comment when you posted that video last night. When she came in and when she said that unless they have an open-end relationship, so I'm like, oh man, let me stop her right there. A woman can't do that.
Whoa.
Not a woman of the Most High. A woman can't have an open relationship and not consider to be a whore.
Whoa.
That's a worldly woman right there. From the gate, right there. That's a worldly woman. I identify her as being worldly. Now, Big King. We just backed it up with science.
Word.
Science goes up with that.
Now,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I dig it, but I ain't felt the need to basically correct her because again that wasn't my woman per se. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna go on my page and twiddle my thumbs and go back and forth. That's unnecessary energy for me. I just share the content, let it spark a light, and if it have a dialogue healthy, we can do that. If it's not, we're not gonna, we just keep on doing what we're doing. Just keep on posting, just keep on sliding by, and keep on shining the light.
What about that Titus 1 and 13?
Yeah.
What about Titus 1 and 13? Titus 1 and 13 said, therefore rebuke them sharply, so that they may be sound in faith. Because our understanding was that people, even women, could have open-end relationships. So if you leave her right there, right, she's going to stay right there. She think it's normal, right?
But that's why you was tagged. That's why you did what you did. That's why it happened how it happened.
That's why I was going at. That's why I was going in at it. But she was then she tried and change it and say, no, that you're taking my words out of context. But I was reading them more for the screen, verbatim, but I was breaking them down.
Yeah, and then she would go in my inbox, especially to me about you. I'm like, don't he got an inbox? Why you telling me? He said it, you know what I'm saying? So I was letting her know,
Yeah.
yeah. So it's like I'm big play playing the middleman. That's not what I'm trying to do. That's not what I'm doing. But even though I posted it and shared it, it's all good. Her perspective can be whatever. It ain't bothering me. Me and her.
Yeah, you didn't tell her to respond. She put her own response there. You know what I mean? And when she put her response there, that exposed her personality, man. So what she exposed was that, one, an open relationship for a woman is okay. An open marriage is okay, which is off as hell if you're dealing in this country, right? And the other thing, she blamed the man for the woman cheating. She said that the woman got bored. Because what about the oath that she took?
She said because it was his fault because he took her back after the first time she cheated on him.
No, that's not what happened, huh? That's not even what happened. See, she took that out of context.
Yeah.
When you watch the video, that woman had just came back from Texas committing adultery, right? And so she deleted that what was it called? That dating app, Glide. She deleted that Glide from her phone. She had gotten a new phone, but when she got in the house, the guy reinstalled it, and he found out that she had went there and had sex with a 21-year-old in a hotel. This woman was 41. And so then he also found that she was communicating with another guy that she hadn't had sex with yet. And so the dude was telling her, you don't have to have sex with him. You already had sex with the other one. She was like, look at the content. We didn't have sex. We was just saying hi. And he was telling her that's what it leads to. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like he took her back. She was coming there and trying to make up with him. You see what I'm saying? The brother didn't want to deal with it anymore.
So going back to Melanated Yogi, what I was doing I was trying to encourage her to see if she was able to come on this live stream out here and be able to speak. And you know what I'm saying, share the light, you know what I'm saying? But she didn't, like you said, she didn't make it.
No, she was on here. She was on here. She said that was her. She said she was pink and brown. She was on here for a minute. But before she spoke, I wanted to put out what I put out. Now, as usual, we open it up and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Hit her up on your IG, see if she'll come on here. Just tell her to come over here.
She got me blocked.
Oh, she blocked you?
Yeah.
She blocked you?
She got upset. She felt like we was the birds together, flocking together.
Nah, see, that's off as hell. How she blocking you when I said you was defending her? I don't get that,
That's what
that's off as hell.
Hey, I'll show you. But that definitely did. She did, and then I can't, and then I can do about it. What am I to do? It is what it is.
Wow. I can see her blocking me because I'm the one that cut it.
Hey, remember? And well, she was coming at. Well, I wouldn't say she was coming at me. She was expressing to me, sharing, how she felt about it, how you was coming at her, and whatever. So I was like, yo, when I seen send me the link, I was like, yo, this is the opportunity to go up there and get it off your chest. Boom, 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 boom. He opened up the floor, so you can go ahead and clear the airwaves that you feel like you clearing with me, because I ain't call you a hoe. I don't know you personally to even say that. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Good.
I was there, Hunter, like it's
that thought process, man. You could, the scriptures say a woman is known by her hardy looks. You see what I'm saying? The scriptures is very clear, man. Scriptures are very clear, man.
Not everybody know the scriptures, but that's what I was saying. Like, for being able to speak to the women who are looking to try to clean up themselves. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was talking about.
Check this out. She put it. I think she put in the room, according to Ak words, that her father was a preacher. And she don't know that. And you looking like that?
Like you said, not all the preachers be teaching the word for real. She must have been following, like you said, building up how to build Simps and stuff like that. The preacher, I don't know. My grandfather was.
I just, they gotta watch what they say, man. They comment. I'm gonna come because you got a lot of Instagram awards out there, man. That dudes be letting rock. You see what I'm saying? They let rock, but they come on my page by mistake.
But that's the thing.
You don't think I'm gonna cut you? I'm a different kind of dude, man.
And all they gonna do is continue to block us, or try to report us and shit like that.
I'm gonna hit you with something. I'm gonna hit you with something, Matthew. She took that vibration with her. Guess what? She might have blocked us. That vibration is still in her mind, man. That's bothering her spirit. That's why she blocked it.
Mm-hmm.
She will take that vibration with her whether she like it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And she can think about that. You know what I mean? You'll be surprised at how many people come back and be like, yo, you was right.
Mm-hmm.
That's most how it works, man.
Yeah, continue to shine the light. They don't like it. Ain't nothing I can do about it. She's like, I'll share the stuff with you later on. I'll send it to you. You'll see it.
I don't really care.
Yeah,
when I responded twice, I didn't even read anything else she put there. You know what I mean? After she said, unless they have an open relationship, that means that this woman raised a daughter, that daughter is going to be a whore. If you teach your daughter that it's okay to have an open relationship, open marriage, you're raising a whore. And any man that don't see that, you're a damn simp. And you need to be smacked with this damn basura, man. For real, man. Any man that can't see that, man, he's weak. And this is the problem, man. The problem is these damn weak men. You allow this, man. You know that woman been with that man, that man, that man. You think, oh, she got a cute face. Oh, yeah, she got a big ass. So now you want her. But you laying down with a whore, man. She had all these damn penises in it. Then you and her having a damn conversation, and she started talking off the damn wall. As when she laid down with a damn guy who was a damn serial killer. A damn guy that got raped on Rikers Island. You understand? Now his DNA is in it. So mine just start going off. This is why a lot of our women
and taking it out on my children.
Gone. A lot of guys are not getting it, man. There's too many simps, man. There's too many simp men out here, man. That's the problem. Because if the men stop accepting them, it will stop.
But they giving it the okay. They rocking with that energy. That's who they are.
Because they weak.
They don't want to become anything else but who they are already. So it's like, how you changing them? They okay with not doing the right thing.
Yeah, man. I was looking at a study, man. Don't you know a study? I'll tell you, every damn woman in America is damn near a whore. Don't you know that a study says only 3% of people don't have sex before they're married? Now we know, according to the scriptures, that act will institute sex, but that means that these women are out here having sex at a very young age, man. Only 3%.
They're not even consummating.
Yeah. So they just going out here having sex, getting all these damn spirits and sperms in their brain, man. And you wonder why you can't even have a damn horrid conversation, and wonder why some of these damn women are so damn masculine, man.
They ain't taught that in sex school, nothing like that.
Come on. Hey, what you got, Mike, bro?
I'm just absorbing the situation right now. Came to the game late, so I'm just kind of getting caught up.
I mean, the subject matter, man, was about.
But now, I've experienced everything you guys talking about. I've experienced it all. I never knew where it came from.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm learning.
Word.
Yeah, well, I mean, the subject matter is that women, they go out and sleep. Did you see the video that I played about the doctors and nurse when they was talking
I
about?
caught some of it. I couldn't quite hear it well, but I caught a lot of it.
But it was talking about how every time a woman has sex with a man, that man's DNA stays in her forever, and his DNA eventually goes up to her brain, and she starts taking on that man's personality. And that's for every man she has sex with.
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of that. I'm noticing a lot of what you're talking about. I'm noticing these females walking here with throwing off masculine energy, right? And our men running right here just as feminine as it's.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't grow up in this atmosphere. This is new.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it all came with liberation, man. What they call women's liberation, when a woman could go out and sleep with multiple partners and think that it's okay. Society, this Marxist, illuministic, wicked, demonic satanic society teach them that it's okay. And so now you got women that are standing up and
Here it is right there. Here it is right there. Yeah. Yeah. The system is corrupt, though. Entire system. And they're corrupting us.
Yeah, man. We got. I'm telling you, man. One of the major problems with Mike Brown is that the simp beta male. You allow these women. See, when a woman is fucking around, I don't want to by themselves. I don't want to.
I met you about 5 years ago when I was going through family court, right? And I'm going through a family court with a woman just like that. A woman that wanted to be the man, and we didn't buy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had to get on. What happened was I went to court to see my son because he was holding my son for me.
Mm.
The court gave him full custody. I said, the court is they're contributing to this, right? Because they're taking the funds out the son's life without cause or due process, right?
Yep.
So I had to seek information to find out how to deal with this. That's when I became awakened.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I was asleep.
Word.
Before 6 years ago, I was asleep.
Yep.
I was totally.
Until it went down to that
But
quote.
now learning has made life fresh again. I mean, I feel brand new. Learning. I mean, there's a lesson in everything.
Every day.
For me in that relationship. The thing is, I want my son to reap the repercussions of what society's trying to do to the black man.
And the women too. We got daughters. My daughters need to
women.
know.
Yeah, women too.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Every time your child get on that yellow bus, they're going to horse school. They're going to a horse school where they learn how. That's a grooming school for a young poor. That's what they're training our children to be. And they're training those boys to be simps.
Society supports the Simpsons.
One thing that they learn is Simp 101. It teaches that boy to be docile, sit still, don't move, sit there for 2 hours. They trying to turn him into a female. Boys and girls hate this thing, man.
Yeah. Like you said, they're taking the alpha male out the picture. The alpha male gets no play.
Yo, that's been done for some years now, and they're making it clear. We can't even bond together, unify.
As you come in the room, let's get those thumbs up, man. Let's get those thumbs up as you come in the room.
Shalom. Can I be heard?
Come.
Yeah, I basically, said to that sister, man, because she was going off in the chat, saying how her father was a pastor, she's a daughter of a pastor, but the whole time she wasn't coming with no scriptures or anything. She was coming with rhetoric, and regardless if your father's a pastor or not, the Christian church is not going to tell you the truth, because according to the Christian church, once you get that marriage license, you're married. But the marriage license was only instituted in the 1700s. People been getting married for years. And according to the scripture, if you read Genesis 24, verse 67, it tells you that sex is marriage. You know what I'm saying? So for her to say her father's a pastor, for her to say her father's a pastor, none of that matters, because historically and biblically, once you lay with that woman, you stay with that woman. The wedding ceremony itself does not signify marriage. It just signifies publicly a public declaration that we are together in this.
What happened? Oh man, look at Wassail.
Greetings, shalom.
Oh man, I gotta go back to that. That's gonna be all day.
house with 6, 7 cats. You got no children, no husband, no man want to be with you. You know what I'm saying? Your womb is all stretched out. You know what I'm saying? Like let's be honest here. Like, a lot of times, our women, they rather us lie to them and sell them a dream. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed that, like brothers are saying, it's a problem between both the man and the woman, because she's gonna be like, you know what?
God, keep getting out.
This man or that, she got a fat ass. That's all I care about.
Right.
And when you don't understand what you're doing to yourself spiritually and scientifically, you're putting a plague of spirits. And I'm gonna basically put myself on the line right here, because I normally don't talk about, you know. When I came home, that shit turned me into a beta male simp mangina. Like, I was the king of beta male simp manginas. Why? Because I wasn't around women for so long. So once I came out into society, just the smell of the perfume drove a Negro insane. So now I'm just, chasing down. I don't care if she's big, fat, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if she can even form a full sentence. All I care about is she got a fat ass. I'm on a lower vibration, So I eventually met this one female that I wanted to, kind of like, get together with, for lack of a better word, because I wasn't in the troop at that time. I was just, whatever, shacking up, whatever. So before we even got into that situation, now I know that when you meet a female, you want to get to know her family, because when you get with her, you not only get with her,
want to bring you around her family.
Right, so you want to get to know who her mother is, who her father is, how were they raised, what kind of environment. I didn't care about none of that. So back then, I would go on a date. First date, I'm with the sister, so I'm talking, listening to her. All she's doing is complaining about her mother. She didn't mention her father one time. She's complaining about her ex, all the stuff that he used to do. That's a red flag, family. I'm saying that right now. That's a red flag, because if she's constantly complaining about her ex, that right there, what Taj Doc is talking about, that's spiritual. Her spirit is so infected by the last man she was with because of what they did sexually. You understand? She can't get that man off of her mind, And then, if she's not mentioning her father, you ask her sister, yo, what's your relationship with your father? Oh, I tell him, I don't care about him. Leave her alone. Sexually, you understand? She can't get that man off of her mind, And then, if she's not mentioning her father, you ask her sister, yo, what's your relationship with your father? Oh, I tell him, I don't care about him. Leave her alone. Leave her alone. It's going to be nothing but problems, because she doesn't respect the man that was supposed to be in her life. She's not going to respect you. And regardless, if she didn't even know the man and she gets with you, now she's going to be like, I never had a father. So now I need you to be my father. So you got to play 2 different roles. I had to play 2 different roles. That was extremely stressful on my part. And knowing that she done been with multiple men, I'm going to tell you another thing, Taz. Because while I was in this relationship, I was with her for almost a year. I'm noticing certain things, man. Like, one time I went in the room and she was sitting on the bed, and she's just like, nobody cares. Nobody cares about me. They all leave. And I'm not registering this in my head. I'm just like, what is she talking about? But then later on, I realized she done been through that relationship, this relationship, this person, went bad, thank you, man, and left.
Mute yourself, man. So like, Mahmoud, you gotta mute your YouTube, man. You came in with a lot of noise. Go ahead.
Hey, I already did, brother. My bad. I already did.
Go ahead, Correct.
So basically, she's like saying nobody cares. They always leave. They all leave. And then years later, all praise to the Most High. I didn't know it then, but I know it now. That's borderline personality. That's abandonment issues.
that she has, because she used to, she used to do some crazy stuff. Like,
in the bedroom, we used to go in.
Detail, but when in the bedroom, we used to go in. But I'm just like, yo, like, then I realized that the females with the abandonment personality, they'll do all kind of crazy stuff for you, make you think you run, that. They don't want to be left. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a problem leaving you, but they don't want to be left.
Right.
You know? So, that was the situation that we had. Another time she was in the kitchen, she's cooking, right? And she's just crying, like tears going on. I'm just like, yo, what's going on? Like, I didn't do anything. I just came home from work. She just, I don't know. She can't even explain because all that DNA is like she got so much going on. Then later on, I found out her mother, she had 2 baby fathers. You know what I'm saying? She has this man in the house, that man at the house. You know what I'm saying? The whole time her brothers and sisters growing up with her, the different men is going in and outside the house. You know what I'm saying? They think that these are uncles, but they're really other men she's just laying with. So I went back to what? Ezekiel tells you what? In the book of Ezekiel says that so as the mother, so is the daughter. So her mother raised her in an unstable household, so she's thinking it's okay to go jump from man to man. You know what I'm saying? Her father was never around. You know what I'm saying? So these are behaviors that are instilled in her, and it's tough to break. Because another thing that I found out about the sister, you know, trying to keep it to this one situation, is that at the time I wasn't into politics or learning about the law or anything like that, but I found out she was a Marxist. She was into Marxism. She was into feminism. Like, we used to get into little squabbles here and there, where I used to be like, yo, what do you think if I get another girl? She said, well, if you could get another girl, then I can get another man. You can sleep with seven women. I can sleep with 7 men. I'm just like, all right, it was just a joke, but the way that you're coming off is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, extremely, you know, argumentative. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, there's a lot that has happened in our community, and the only way, like you said, is to speak about it. And, you know, if you're not willing to address your issues, say it doesn't apply. Fine, let it fly. But if you realize, you got to look inside the mirror and be like, damn, you know, I was doing that. I was simping. I was tricking. I was a whore. That's what it's all about, because that's the only way to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might think someone's attacking you, but you need to hear this. You don't go to a personal trainer if you're fat as hell, and you go to a personal trainer and he's, how do you think I look? Personal trainer, well, you got to lose about 5 pounds. A personal trainer going to tell you, nah, here's your diet plan. This is what you eat. This is what you don't eat. These are the workouts you got to do. High interval training. That's what you got to do. So at the end of the day, you might not want to hear it, but this is what's got to be done, man. So that's basically my take on the situation, man. And, you know, hopefully that sister, you know, repents of that, because, you know, I did come on late. I didn't really see in totality what you guys were speaking of.
I was speaking about her post. Did you see her post? That's what initiated it.
Yeah, later on I saw it. I saw it later on. She's basically in favor of the whole open relationship. And that's another thing too, man. If you're a woman, not my woman, because I'm mixed out, but I'm saying if your woman is agreeing with that whole Jada Will Smith situation where you can have an open relationship, and get rid of her. Get rid of her now. Not now. I mean right now. Like, she gotta go. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because
I mean, the bottom line, you got to help. The bottom line, you got to help, man. If she's with that.
That's wickedness. That's wickedness, man. And then you got to think about, you know, the CDC. This is the part that both niggas and broads don't want to talk about. They want to talk about how much you know they have sex, but the CDC reports about 20 million STDs per year. You know what I'm saying? And 20 million. And that's only the ones that are getting reported. So imagine those who ain't getting checked. So you gonna tell me you're okay with an open relationship? This man could be bisexual or trisexual, mess with man, woman, dog, and cat. You know what I'm saying? And you gonna mess with him, go run back to your man. You know what I'm saying? And even the man going left to right, hitting this, that, and the third, like a pinball machine. You know what I'm saying? Right. Think about how much STDs is gonna be in the mix. You know? Right. It's just something that after a while, when you get on a higher vibration, you just think about certain things and you realize, you know what, I don't even want that chick, man. I don't even want that chick, regardless of how she look. You know what I'm saying? Right. So
that's what I'm trying to get to these simp men, man. Don't get caught up on how a woman look, man. How many men have these women been with, man? A man like that has no value in himself, man.
Yep. Oh,
you have no worth.
Another thing too, other one that I forgot to mention, that made me sick to my stomach. When I was in a relationship with this sister, I'm gonna just keep it to this one. Eventually later on down the line, she started like revealing certain things to me. So long story short, she told me, she's like, yeah, I never had a threesome before, but I had sex with 2 guys in one day. I was like, what?
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
man.
wow.
Yeah, man. You know how disgusted I was, man? I was like, because I told you I was a beta male Simp mangina. I'm over here getting flowers, candy, cars, thinking, yo, she's special, she's different.
Wow.
Nah, man. She's a hoe. A hoe. You know what I'm saying? And as a beta male Simp mangina, in this society, it tells you not to look at a woman's past. You know what I'm saying? To just take her for what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did as a beta male Simp. And then later on, long story short, she ended up cheating with the next man. So, you know, that's the
average Eve, though. Men don't want to believe that, man. That's the average woman in this. I mean, because they're all pretty much being reared the same. The only chance that you got is you meet a woman that's being raised by an Israelite man, and he's being the man of that house, and he's teaching her these laws. You're not laying with no one unless that's going to be that's the only chance you got, man. Otherwise, that woman, she done already been with men. You got to teach her and see if she's willing to repent. And in repentance, you got to explain to her, when she lay down with me, you can't take no one else until I'm dead. How many Eve's going to go by that, man?
Nah, they don't.
Look at what happened right in Israel, man. Who had the woman brought to Bach? Then she went to another dude. I'm not going to say his name. Then she went to another dude. And they all knew about Bach.
That's out of line, man. That's out of line. Then you got a situation with, I'm sure you heard of Asha Shala, man. You going sleeping with sisters, telling sisters, you know, he ain't trying to get married. But at the same time, now you done basically turned her into a whore. Because you done laid with her. The next man go lay with her. He committed adultery too. You know? So it's happening.
In the room, Tanya. Let's get it from a sister. Go ahead, King.
Yeah. So,
come on in the room, Tanya. Click on that link.
So it's basically in Israel and in the world, it got the same type of problems, man. So at the end of the day, I'm a little bit leery now. Like, even if a father grew her up that way and taught her the precepts and all that, man, I still don't. We're gonna be doing background checks and Carfax and we doing everything, man. Like, I don't really, you know what I'm saying? So that's my take on the subject, Kings. So just guard your spirit, guard your soul, man, and you know, like Sirach chapter 6 verse 7 and 8, man, says do not be hasty to prove a friend, man. So we better try that spirit, you know. Word.
Hey, Devon Brooks, come in the room. Tanya, come in the room and speak. The subject matter. Do you believe that it's okay for a woman to have multiple sex partners? To have open relationships? What about you, Devon Brooks?
Anybody can come into the
Has
call.
to be discussed, man. Sirach 26:1 said, blessed is a man that have a virtuous wife, for the number of his days shall be doubled. A virtuous woman rejoiceth her husband, and he shall fulfill the years of his life in peace. The opposite of that is a whore, is a harlot, and you're going to get hell. There's not a man on this call that can't tell of some awful relationship that he had with a woman that he thought was loyal, and he found out that that woman was a whore, and she was a whorish woman, and she slept with all these damn different men. And the problem is these damn beta Simp men, they believe every damn thing a woman tells them instead of checking her out and filling the spirit out. See what it is, man? He's too damn empty to jump in the damn bed with any woman. You see what I'm saying? And then the more attracted she is, the weaker he become, man. That's a damn Simp beta male, man. He get taken by her looks. Scripture said don't be taken by her hardy looks.
Gone. You got to make them wait. You got to check them out, get to know them first to make sure that she's who she says she is.
Yep, that's a fact.
the less sexual partners you have throughout your life, the better off you'll be.
And another thing I wanted to say too, you know it's not the same for a man and a woman because, you know, subconsciously, if you tell Eve you done been with like 20 women, Eve actually sees that as a turn on. You know what I'm saying? Because they see it as this guy's a catch. Because Eve wants something, she wants something that everybody else wants. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, Eve can't tell you she done been with 20 men because to you that's gonna be a turn off, and she knows that. So she'll tell you, oh, I only been with 5 men in my life. So now as a red pill man, you're gonna be like 5 men. Let me multiply that by 5. That's who she really been with. You know what I'm saying? So in today's day and age, it's a bad thing because today's society is trying to normalize whoredom. They're trying to normalize it. But when you have brothers and sisters that are aware of this, you know what I'm saying? It's up to us now to be like, nah, we don't accept that as normal, man. We don't accept that. So this is why brothers are speaking out about it, man. And it's getting bigger. This whole community, this knowledge is getting bigger, man. And that's a blessing, man, because that's the only way things are gonna come back into order, man.
Yes. So what you got, Tanya? What do you think? There was a sister on here earlier. This was all brought about because. Well, let me play the video. You give me your opinion of this. Let me play this video one more time.
Definitely. Yes, sir.
Let me play this because the lady was trying to say that this man is at fault because basically he wasn't taking care of business at home. So she said he's at fault also. Let's see what do you think about this.
Okay.
He called this whole committing adultery.
Hey, bro, let me tell you why she's getting divorced. It's because I caught her on this drive cheating on me. Yeah, she already fucked one nigga up in Mississippi. Now I'm finding out she talking to you too. Yeah, tell this nigga that you fucked somebody else. Tell him. Exactly. Tell this motherfucker. And don't even sit here and try to play. She fucked another nigga, and now she done brought her dumb ass back home all the way to California to try to get back with me. And now I found out she's talking to you too. You are talking to this motherfucker. You've been talking to this motherfucker for the longest. And you don't know, I bet you don't know she married, do you? You don't know it. It ain't your fault. You don't know it. She lied to the other guy too. She didn't tell the guy she was married. Now, oh yeah, he's your friend, right? I bet you don't know about me. But you doing shit on my phone that I take care of you with. I pay for this fucking phone. You don't pay for the phone. I pay for every fucking thing you do. Every muscle on your body. Show the ring. Show the ring. I pay for all this fucking shit. And you just pay on this fucking damn app.
He's laughing.
Don't fucking lie. All the way back here just for me to find out. But you didn't know I was going to be smart enough to add the app back. Yeah, before she walked in the house, she deleted the app. But I put the shit right back on there, and guess what? All your messages popped up. But like I said, it ain't your fault. But I just want you to know what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a slut right here. And I called her a slut because she's my fucking wife, and she's doing shit like this on me. You see what I'm saying? Cry now. Don't fucking cry now. And yes, again, I already fucked one nigga already up in Mississippi. They gonna call us and come back to me. How you gonna make up for somebody? Okay? Now tell this nigga, you married. And you fucked up, thank you. Fucked up.
You
No tears.
You brought your ass all the way back here just for this. He's not your friend. The other guy was your friend.
Fake ass crocodile tears.
Ain't no friend. Ain't no friend.
Friend. You don't know my wife. None of them. And I don't be on no fucking app talking to nobody.
do it tomorrow, man. Look at it.
All right, bro. Have a nice night. Nice night, whatever you having. But it's about to be on over here.
Man, if this was the days of old, we run out of stones.
Shit. You should have been talking to and I already told you. And just like you said, this nigga a friend.
When you cried when you
get up in the hotel room and fucking. Shut the fuck up. You can't defend nothing. You always trying to defend your fucked up shit. And just a minute ago, she was in here crying, talking about, why are you leaving me? Why are you leaving me? Begging me to stay. Is this the shit you doing to me? You just ain't had a chance to get with the nigga yet. That's the only thing. That's the only difference between this nigga and the other nigga. The other nigga, you got a chance to see. Him, you was going to get a chance to see. Because that's all it takes when you communicate back and forth. One day you gonna see each other. I'm friend now, friend. I done played the friend game with a whole bunch of damn women, okay? Niggas playing you, and you stupid enough to believe this shit. Now she went to see the other nigga, he wouldn't even let her come to his house. He put her in a hotel room down the street from her house, and she still fucked him like a little 21-year-old with him. And she's 41 years old. And you ain't smart enough to understand game. And then you're dumb enough to come back to me, trying to get me back, and you still talking to niggas. You got the most fucked up in the world. I don't give a fuck what your conversation was. You and the other dude conversation just friendly. Everybody's conversation is gonna be just friendly, okay? How you doing? Oh, I hope you're okay. You don't have to say I wanna fuck you. You don't have to say it. Motherfuckers wanna fuck you, period. And you dumb enough to spread your fucking legs while you married. You're going to hell, Shonda. Because you're a hoe. You're going to fucking hell for being a hoe.
Love that part right there when you said that. So when you think about that, Tanya, because there was a sister on Instagram that we were talking about earlier, she said it was partially the man's fault. So I'm trying to figure out how it's partially the man's fault.
First of all, shalom to everyone. I really can't speak from a biblical standpoint because I'm new to Israel, from Raleigh, North Carolina. But I can speak from my experiences being a woman. I'm 53, and I just celebrated 12 years of being married to my husband, and we've been together a total of 17.
Good.
How can I don't want to come off as rude or disrespectful, but every time we lay down with somebody, we do it because we want to. A man could give us the world. I'm looking at the shelter that he provided for her, and I'm looking at, the accessories and jewelry that she has on, and I can tell that he does love her. I don't believe in having, I don't have any male friends. I'm a married woman. I don't have no male friends that I chat with. I don't get on Facebook. I barely do YouTube, but I have to, catch my videos and, still try to continue to learn. Sometimes us as women, and I've been trying.
Can I just show you something real quick?
Sure.
Do you know what the Apocrypha is?
Yes, I do. Yes, sir. I have one.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to read your precept. It's good that you're doing that because that's what the Most High orders to us. The book of Sirach, 9 verse 9. It says, set not an oar with another man's wife. Now, it's good that you say you don't affiliate with these men on Facebook because Facebook brings men into your home in this day and age. Social media brings the man directly into your home. As if you're meeting them in person, because that's what it leads to. So Sirach 9 verse 9 says, set not an oar with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in your arms. That means no hugging, no touching, no none of that. And spend not thou money with her at the lawn. So you don't take her out for no damn drinks. You don't take her to Starbucks. None of that. Why? Because it says, at least thy heart incline unto her, so that thou desire, thou shalt fall into destruction. So that will lead to destruction. So it's good you're not doing that, sis. All praise to the Most High.
Yeah, that I was born and raised in the South. It was a certain way that I was raised, and being a not good girl and spreading yourself amongst different other men. And I'm a little surprised because this sister was 41 years old. I expect at a certain age that you should want to leave whatever you was doing. You was 19 and 20 and 21. You shouldn't even think about doing that anymore. And it's 2020. It's so much stuff that you can catch. You don't know. You might end up running across a nut. You might not catch a disease, but you might catch a fool that won't leave you alone. But I was having a conversation with my husband about women and how we are great. We are excellent. We are masters at creating the illusion. We can make y'all think that we have, that we are size like 36, 24, 36, but when you go home and take them clothes off, you don't see any of that. You know, and as for women, I don't understand the word open relationship. To me, if you're in a relationship that's between you and your partner, other people shouldn't be let into your relationship, let alone let into your bedroom. And as for women, we can never play that game of, well, if you're going to go out to sleep with somebody, then I'm going to go out to sleep with somebody. Because at that game, we will never win because even though some people call it a double standard, I don't call it a double standard. I call it being a lady. And if you want a decent man, you know, especially a righteous man is going to want a righteous woman. Nobody wants to go out and your husband is out working all day and he's got to worry about what you doing on the phone and who you chatting with. And that is one of the reasons that I do not have Facebook, because I'm scared of it. I barely got on YouTube, but like I had to do something. But to me, somewhere or another down the line, we stopped teaching little girls how to be ladies, act like ladies, take pride in themselves, and take pride in who you are. And like my mama says, let me make sure I get it correct, because it's one of them old country sayings. Why buy the cow when you can get the milk for free?
Right.
So, you know, so I hope that I don't think she's gonna be able to work that out, but I would hope that I would see more sisters taking more respect, you know, in themselves. And as for the gentleman, I can't see where he did anything wrong. I don't understand the sisters that, okay, you got a man and he's out working. Now he can't work and be at home with you too. He's got to divvy up his time in between working. And if you are staying at home, then you've got stuff you got to be doing at home. But it is not his fault that she went out and did what she did. She did that because she's trifling and she wanted to. If it's not forced, you do it because you want to. Now, you might have some excuses as to why you did it, but it still doesn't make it right, though. Your excuse doesn't make it right. What you did was you committed adultery, and you can't do that. So,
yeah, so that the other sister that was on here earlier that I was cutting, she was saying, and I'll quote her. Let me go and get that. She said, if they didn't have an agreement of an open relationship, she was wrong. However, he is equally at fault. Now, check out how wicked this woman was, and she wondered why I was cutting. She said the man equally at fault because she felt the need to leave him and seek something from someone else. So she think this woman is justified, you know, and going out because, and then she went on and said a woman got bored. Because she said a woman got bored. So that justifies adultery in this system. That's wicked, girl.
That is wicked, and it sounds like she needs to go and lay down on somebody's psychiatrist's couch, because that doesn't even make any sense to me. That makes absolutely no sense to me.
But the woman that said this, so that she said she was the daughter of a preacher. The woman that said this.
you know what? You daughter of a preacher? That don't surprise. That really doesn't surprise me either. Doesn't surprise me any at all. They are the worst kind. The worst kind. And, you know, I have a 30-year-old son. Yes, I warned him about these women and what's going on out here, because, see, I didn't know that women had actually turned into
men.
Well, trying to take on a man's role when it comes to dating and, you know, laying with one another. So me and my girlfriends, we never tried to compete, you know, on that level. We just wanted us, you know, a one boyfriend. You know, you wanted that one husband that you could be with for the rest of your life. But somewhere or another in the last 20 years, stuff has changed. And when I say I took myself out of the world, I really took myself out of the world. I did not know that women were doing this. I did not know that women were acting like this. I didn't even know that we could just walk out and just sleep with another man like that. I thought you had to be at least attracted to him, or like them, fix them dinner, you know. It was something that went on, you know, for a couple of months or something like that. But everything now is just so backwards to me. Backwards is upside down.
It's all that feminism. It's all that feminist movement. They think they can be a man. They think they can be a man.
I'm probably the only, well, I know the people that I've spoken to about this. I don't believe in the feminist movement. To me, I think the feminist movement did more to destroy Israelite women and how we look at our brothers, how we look at ourselves, how we treat our children. It was the worst thing that we could have done. I'm not a man. I don't want to be a man. Have never wanted to be a man. And I really don't look as the role that I play in my household and the role that the Most High gave me. I look at that as an honor and a privilege. And I don't look at it as any less than the job that he gave, you know, you all, to the kings to do. Everybody has a role to play. Now, I don't know where in history down the line that we not equal, or however they want to say it, we need to start wearing pants, but I am fine in my dress. I am fine staying at home, cooking whatever my husband need, making sure that I raised my family the right way. You know, that's a big accomplishment. My son ain't in jail. He, you know, went into the military, got out the military. Now he's one of those like security guards that carries guns, or, you know, or something like that. He's moved cross country. You know, he's doing fine. Somewhere or another, we're off. And I love you guys for actually doing this topic. I see that it's not a lot of women on this chat, but they need to hear this. Why would I go to another woman about an issue that I have with a man? Men know men very well. You know men very well. That you can go and speak to your elder or, you know, something, but, you know, a single woman, first of all, can't tell me anything. You not even married yet. So, and I just feel like more women need to come to the realization that your behavior has not been, the most righteous behavior. Own up to it, which sometimes I see people have a problem with owning up to the wrong stuff that they have done. But own up to it and try to live your life different. Especially once you get over the age of 50, nobody wants to know that their grandmama used to be called the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying?
Come. Yes. So what do you think? Because we women will come here if you're on the keyboards in the back, but they won't speak. Why do you think that is? And where's your husband? Are you guys a part of a pro-life organization?
Yeah. No, my husband right now, he is doing a job with a friend that he has got a plumbing business.
Right.
And no, we used to attend a camp that was here. We don't go anymore. I'll go every now and then, to support because, the Most High said we have to, congregate. So I got to have somewhere to go. But yeah, my husband and I, like I said, we've been here. I met him and we've been attached to each other ever since. And I don't know why the women won't come on the show. I mean, if it's going to build up your self-esteem and it will help you change so you can get, one step closer to the kingdom, then I don't know what the problem is other than you doing something you ain't supposed to be doing and maybe, you cutting that spirit and whatnot. Because as I was looking, I'm like, where are the women at? And I did see one person in the chat and they left. So I'm like, and as I was listening to the commentary, I'm like, oh, okay. I see the sisters don't want to hear about stuff like that, which they should, because I don't see how you can change if you don't have someone correct you in your behavior. Maybe you don't know what you're doing, but if you do know, then it's something you need to sit down and listen to somebody about. Israel is not very big from what I can tell. It's not very big at all. So eventually we're all going to run into each other, I do feel, one day.
Con.
So, well, gentlemen, this is my first time ever doing this. I am very, very nervous. Thank you so much for having me on your platform. I really appreciate it.
Hey, I'm glad that you came on, sister. You did a good job, so don't be nervous.
Thank you. You gentlemen, you have a wonderful, unless there's something else you want to ask, or do you mind if I just hang out with y'all for a little while? Okay, it's just me and my cat here right now. Like I said, my husband is he out doing a plumbing job. So
my wife is in the my wife is in the room as a moderator. She was telling you to reach out to Tita.
I actually found your video the day before yesterday. And what made me stop is because you said the name of a particular camp. And I was like, I know those people. And made me stop. And as I scrolled through your videos, I started looking to see if I could find video, pictures with you and your wife, because I'm like, I want to make sure that he's married, before I reach out. And it's just from an experience that I had. I just wanted to make sure. But I looked at your lineup. You've got some very, very great videos, very different than the other videos that I've seen. Very knowledgeable, especially when it comes to law, knowing your rights, my husband and I, we have a habit of delving into videos and we will binge watch. So we have you on schedule for this weekend because I went through a few videos that I know for a fact that he's definitely gonna look to watch. And I just want to appreciate it. And thank you so much to your wife, because actually down here in Raleigh, North Carolina, I do feel a little lonely. It's not many of if there are any other Israelites around, I don't see them. I don't know where they're at.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, they got some down there. I know some down there, but I don't really recommend them. But we got Shaw.
Thank you.
We got brother Shaw down there, but I mean, you're married, so he's not gonna deal with a married woman. But
May I ask the question? Since
Sure.
we are talking about that, when it comes to counseling, I am supposed to be counseled with my husband, correct?
Con, yeah.
Okay. You just can't call me off on my phone and be like, well, if you want to be counseled, call me tonight or something like that. Because I'm like, that made me feel kind of weird. I'm like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, that's not right. That's off. That's a man with some kind of spirit on him. He was supposed to, in fact, contact your husband. He go through your husband. You see what I'm saying? If a man wants to talk to your wife, your husband's supposed to always be present. He's not supposed to counsel you one-on-one. It's supposed to be more than one.
Okay. Thank you very much. I did not know that. It works totally opposite in the Christian church, but I also know what go on in the Christian church when the pastor closed that door and he got your wife in there by himself. And that's what kind of made me feel kind of weird. Oh, and thank you very much, because I did not know, and I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for this, but I didn't know, because this was my first Passover. I'm not a drinker, sir. And I drank wine on the Passover. The way that I was taught, I thought it was a feast day. And I went and pulled out the Bible, because I remember very clearly there was a very distinct way that we had to prepare the lamb and the bitter herbs and the unleavened bread. And once you brought it to my attention, I didn't see anything in the Bible that stated that we were supposed to drink wine for the Passover. I've been told that drinking wine was a commandment. So
it's not. You know what they got that from?
I don't drink.
Yeah, you know what they got that from? They got that from. They got that from when Hamashiach's Passover, right? Because previously, prior to Hamashiach in the law, you never find anything on that in the Passover. But when Christ sat down with the 12 disciples, when they drank the little wine, he was saying, this is symbolic to my blood. But he never said that was mandatory. You see what I'm saying? So now, a lot of these Israelites, they twist that and say, oh yeah, we're supposed to drink wine. And so when you ask them, when you read the law on the Passover in the book of Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, or Exodus, the 12th chapter, there's nothing there about no wine. Because it's not in the law. It is not in the law. That's something that man that added on there and say, oh, this is mandatory.
So, do I have to drink wine, period? You don't?
No, I don't drink. I'm not a drinker. I don't drink.
Me.
So that's why I done the video on it, because I had done a Passover with a couple of these other camps. One of them being down there in North Carolina. I went down. They was trying to tell me how to drink wine. I was like, I'm not drinking wine. I don't drink. At the most, I'll drink some non-alcoholic grape, that's not fermented, but I'm not drinking wine. I don't drink alcohol. You got to drink. I said, well, show me in the Bible. And they couldn't do it.
Right,
So,
they couldn't do it because it's not there. It's not a requirement. It's not a commandment.
Yeah, hold on, stand in the spirit. So when I asked them to show me They couldn't show me, so they took me to Hamashiach and the 12 disciples and say, "Oh, you see, they drink this and it's symbolic to his blood." I said, "Yeah, but that's not a law. Show me where that's written in the law. You can't show me that in the Torah, right? It's not in the law." So I'm not obliged to do it, and no one still came forward to be able to show me that yet.
And I didn't see that. Now I haven't been throughout the whole Bible, but the Passover wasn't that long ago, and I went through a lesson and I read it because I wanted to make sure that I prepared everything the correct way, and I didn't see that.
Hey, facts, you're twisting my words. I didn't say, did I say we can't drink wine, Mahmoud? I didn't say that. You see how people twist the words?
No. I didn't say that we couldn't drink
talking
wine.
to you. I'm talking to this guy, Facts.
Oh, okay, my
in
bad.
the room. He said, so we can't drink wine. So did Yahushua ever, see, that's a Negro that doesn't listen. You see what I'm saying? You see how he took that and tried and twist it? Now he's saying, I'm saying we can't drink. I didn't say that. I said it's not mandatory. It's not written in the law. And so I challenge you to show me in the law right now, Facts, where it tells me that when you go to the Passover, go, all the feast days are in Leviticus, the 23rd chapter. Go in there and show me where it says we got to drink wine. And then go to Exodus, the 12th chapter, where when the Passover is taking place, show me where they drink wine on the Passover. It's not there. They got that when Hamashiach and the 12 sit down and he drink wine. Because that's one of the things they was complaining about. They was calling him a wine bobber because he drank the little wine. I didn't say you can't drink it. I'm saying it's not mandatory. It's not written in the law. If you was asking a question, Facts, why did you say so we can't drink wine? Then you ask the question, so did Yahushua ever turn water into wine? You see that? That's semantics, man. Wrong dude, man. Because I read right through the BS. That's exactly what you were suggesting. Because of your point behind it. When you ask, and that's a rhetorical question, because we know he turned water into wine. Even Christians know that.
Right.
You see how people trying to gainsay, man?
Right. So he should know that in the law, it just says that drunkenness is a sin. It doesn't say that we can't drink alcohol. It just says that drunkenness is a sin.
Come on.
So that's all I'm going to say, brother.
Salakia.
Go ahead, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, shalom.
Shalom.
I just want to go back on the subject again. So what I think is the problem is when it comes to the male species and the woman species, these words that's been made up in the English language, like misogynist, male chauvinist. These words that's been made up wasn't made up by the men that was in the old times. These are new words, terminologies that they're making up to validate women on behaving the way they behave. And the older women are teaching their younger women. Look at the young girls now. The young girls is out here doing anything outside 4 o'clock in the morning in the street, dudes smoking hookah, smoking weed, drinking all night, and they wonder why they in sex trafficking. They wonder why they get kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? If you go to the precinct, you're going to see a whole bunch of missing photos of different girls, man. That's because these mothers is not keeping their children in the house because they outside themselves on the block doing the same thing their little kids is doing, their little daughters. And then when men speak on these things, they want to call you, oh, you a misogynist, you a male chauvinist, you don't respect women. That's their favorite thing. You don't respect us.
Yep.
That's their favorite thing to say, man. And when it comes to you can be disrespected as a man, disrespected out of the black man. The so-called black man is disrespected by the woman more than any other race. I can't hear myself.
It's going a lot of back as well. You got a lot of background noise.
That's somebody else's though.
Yeah, it was Will.
Anyway, so I was trying to say these words been made up is to make these women feel like it's okay for them to behave the way they behave. And what I think is there's also these phones. Like one thing about these phones, if your woman has a phone and she has a password on her phone, you can't go through her phone anytime. You should just cut her off, man. Because these phones right here are making a way for these women to cheat on you, man, behind your back. Because these women are the first, Genesis it says that it was pleasant to the eyes. So now we live in a time where, people are flashing money, cars, next cars, all these things. These women they love these things. Big houses, you know what I'm saying? They love the flashy things. And if a woman got a social media account, man, I'm telling you, if you don't know her password, you're not in her inbox, I'm telling you, she's doing something, man. These women are easy to manipulate from men, from these no good niggas outside. These no good niggas that don't care about you having, that don't care about that's your wife. There's dudes out here don't care about that. That's their goal is to hit your wife. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if you have a woman with social media account, you're not on that, man, you might as well cut her off, man, because she's doing something. I'm telling you right now. 9 times out of 10, she's doing something, man. Because women are easily manipulated when it comes to looks. And the older they get, they want a young dude. The older they get, they want a younger dude than you. Because they want to feel like they still got it. They feel like they still got that spice that they had when they was young. They want to see they still got that. So, you got to keep your eye on your woman's every movement, man. Because to me, I don't trust a female. Once you leave my sight, I don't trust her no more, man. Because you don't know what she's doing. If I can't call you and you don't pick the phone right away, then I definitely can't trust you. If you call me back 10, 20 minutes later, I'm not trusting you, man. Because these women is easily out here to do what they want, and this white man is backing them up. You can't put your woman in check without the white man defending her. Look at all of if you get locked up, ask dudes what they in there for. You're supposed to ask that, but dudes will tell you, man, that they in there for DVs. That's like a leading thing right now. Is domestic violence, which is domestic violence is a new thing to me. Because domestic violence wasn't in the 70s. If you watch 70s movies with the black cinema, you see that they were stopping the hell out the woman back then when she got an order. You know what I'm saying? And,
the law,
and now you can't. Back then they put the woman. You know what I'm saying? That was put her back in check. But now you do that. Now you're a abuser. See? And it shows that the times is changing to where women the promise that Satan put them in the beginning that you're gonna be a god. That's happening right now. The men we built this. We built the home, the train station, the bus, the vehicles. We built everything, right? But they're running it though. You know what I'm saying? They're running this place, man. This is their kingdom, man. You can't. They queen them actually. You can't do things that you can do if this is your kingdom, man. As a man, these women get away with everything. They're not held accountable for anything, man. This is why they believe in open relationships. That's a woman thing, man. Ain't no man allowing his woman to go sleep with another man.
Con, I agree, sir.
Point blank period. Ain't no man letting his woman sleep with no other man, man. That's all. I don't care if he the weakest man on earth. If he had relations with that woman, he don't want no other man being with that woman, man. This is a woman's turn, man. Open relationship, open marriage and stuff. That's for women, man. Ain't no man doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I don't care what race you is. Because when you're a man and you see that a woman, you say, oh, that's my baby. That's your baby. Like that's yours. So you don't want nobody else to be with what's yours. You don't let people wear your sneakers. You don't let people wear your underwear. You know what I'm saying? That's yours. You know what I'm saying? So if you claiming this woman to the world, you're not going to give your woman out to anybody, man. Nobody. So I feel like this is a new age term that these women want to use to validate whoredom, man.
So the system's doing. That's what the system's degenerated women into, man. I'm gonna hit you with something, though. A lot of men got on board with that. Because if you look on social media, man, a lot of these dudes, they be coming to these women's rescue like Captain Saver Hub. They be trying to save them, man. Yeah, they be trying to protect them, man.
And you know with that Will Smith and that Jada Pinkett thing, if you look at the comments, if you look into what the people were saying, a lot of women are saying, oh, it was an operation. They was separated. That's what they wrote to use. So then why was why was Will Smith so angry then? You know what I'm saying? Why he looked like he was hurt if they was in you know what I'm saying? If they separated. Because it was something that she was doing and he didn't really want her to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it came out to the public and it embarrassed him. You know what I'm saying? And ever since I seen that, man, this is all I want to say too. Ever since I seen that Will Smith white Jerry was able to do what she did, he worth $300 million, man. I ain't worth nothing. I'm not close to worth that. So what chance do I got out here, man? If he's worth that and his lifestyle is totally different from my lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? What chance do I have, man? This is why I don't take women seriously, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do what you gotta do out here, man. You gotta play the game, because they playing the game with you. Women always got a backup plan every time she feels that is getting to end your relationship with her.
Salakia, may I speak?
Go ahead.
Brother, you touched on a lot. Like I said, I don't understand. That is a modern term, open relationship. Like, I don't understand the term alpha female. Don't know what that means. I don't know if she's taking supposed to take the man's role, but I used to work at a homeless shelter, and the average age of the mothers there, I would say the average age would be about 30. The average number of children per mom would be 4 kids, 4 children per mom. I was able to last there for a year. The mothers now are very, very different from the way that my mother raised me and the way that I raised my son. I was told that I was old-fashioned and that they were new school mamas. But these are the mamas whose 16-year-old girls I got to go and try and find because they have snuck out the shelter and you done made it down to your 25-year-old boyfriend's house. Mama is trying to be her daughter's friend. Now, my mom and I are friends now, but I'm 53. At 30, me and my mama, we were not friends. She still does give me my motherly advice. I agree with you. If she has a cell phone and you just can't take her phone and just pick it up and randomly go through it, she's hiding something. She's hiding something, because other than that, we don't have any reason. We wouldn't have any reason for you not to go in our phone. I mean, my husband and I, we just free flow through each other's phones. He's not that, doesn't do well with, cell phones and things like that. And I really did not know how the system was, because I was working a job and I was wondering how here's a gentleman, this is an Israelite gentleman who has a degree from North Carolina University, and I have I have a high school diploma. I never went to college, but somehow or another I managed to end up working in the same place, with a lot of people who had these degrees. Now, I really didn't pay attention too much to the women because we always around. We, always got degrees. And then my husband at one time lost his job. And I was kind of wondering, I was like, well, why is it so easy for me to just go out and get a job? And I know that there are people who are more qualified than me, but they have a hard time getting a job. And I'm like, is it because of the black man and who he is? I'm not for sure, but all I know is that everything is backwards. Everything is upside down. Women don't know where we fit in at. Children don't know. The children don't listen to mama. Those people at that. Yes.
So I just want to say, if the woman would sit down with the man and he will be able to teach the woman what she just say about where y'all fit in, then y'all will have the purpose of what y'all was supposed to be put here on the earth in the first place for. That's when it went off. When Eve went and decided to make her own purpose on what she wanted to do on the earth, that's when things went left for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Adam, he hearkened onto what she wanted instead of what the Most High wanted. And people that did that, and he would put Eve in her place, and she would have knew what her purpose was again, because she lost track of what her purpose was. When she had liberty to go and walk around the garden. Because the garden was a lot of different places that was in the garden, but she went to the place that specifically the Most High said not to go. Purposely, it wasn't for because she wanted to get back at Adam. She did it purposely. She wanted to see, because with the women, for some reason they are attracted to rebellious type of behavior. It's like you tell them to do something, they're gonna do it anyway to see what happens if I do it. If I do it, and you said what you said wasn't right, then I'm gonna put in your face like, oh yeah, I told you if I did that. They love to do that. And he said that he's gonna surely die, right? But Eve didn't die the first time she did it. She died. She didn't live the life that she was supposed to live. Eve died within a day, which is 1,000 years in the Most High's time. So she did die. You know what I'm saying? And she was trying to prove God wrong that she wasn't going to die if I listened to the tree of good knowledge of evil, knowledge of good and evil. So that's what she went on. The purpose of a woman on the planet is told to you in the scriptures. You know what I'm saying? Woman is supposed to help men build a dynasty, an empire on earth, and take care of his children while he's building that. So she's supposed to be home, taking care of the children that he made with her. Be fruitful, multiply. But see, now we live in a time where women not doing that. Women getting abortions. Women don't want kids.
Salakia, I don't understand that a woman who don't want kids. I thought every woman wanted children. Everything is upside down. It's very, very upside down. Upside down to the point to where I don't have any friends. It's just me, my husband, and my cat. I don't fit in. I'm old-fashioned.
If you don't have people like-minded like you, basically your husband is supposed to prep who you bring into your life, because it's not your life anymore when you have a husband. It's yours and his, and that's the problem with Eve now. She thinks her life is her life. She thinks that's why she wants kids, because she wants to be able to do everything she wants to do on this earth before she has a kid. You know what I'm saying? And then with the lust that they have for the men, they have kids before they able to do everything, and then that's when things get bad for certain families, because you know what I'm saying, the woman and the man, they having children before they prepare to have these children, and that's why they end up in shelters, homeless shelters, that's why they end up in the street, that's why they end up in ATS, that's why they end up on drugs, they end up on drugs, because you letting that lust take over before you make a right decision on having a new life on this earth. You know what I'm saying? And I'm guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm perfect. You know what I mean? I've done that, and I had to learn my lesson. You know what I mean? Through hard times. But when you in the scriptures, you understand like what's the essence of this. You know what I'm saying? And the essence of it, because now we live in a time where women have total liberty to do whatever they want to do. So everything's out of whack. Because the woman and the man have to come together as a team in order to make this be prosperous, but it has to be in the most high understanding, his will, his purpose, on what we was made for. He's the creator. You can't go against the creator. That the creation wants to go with the creator. You know what I'm saying? The scriptures. That's all. You know what I'm saying? We doing all these things against what the Most High wanted, and this is why you see all the violence you see building nuclear bombs and all these viruses, and in the hood you see us killing each other for clothes and Jordans and stupid stuff. Because there's no order in the scriptures that we're not following. We're not following none of that stuff. We following our own way, and our own way is lead us to destruction. And that's what Satan wants you to do. He wants you to follow your own way, and that's not the way of life. The way of life is through the Mashiach. That's why he had to come here to show you how it's done. But nobody want to see that. You want me to say he a fairy tale? He don't exist. All this stuff. But if he don't exist, why he still being brought up to this day? This person that's supposed to have lived like over 1,000 years ago. You know what I'm saying? But he's placated not to exist, but everything on TV is making fun of this character, relying on the way he looks. They're saying that he a different skin color. Why they make all these lies on this man that doesn't exist? Because he did come here and he did show you the way how to do it, but nobody wants to follow that because it goes against what's going on in real life in this time. You're gonna have fun. You're gonna be that's what in that song. All girls want to have fun. You know what I'm saying? That show you what type of mind frame this is on, man. It's all about fun and going out and eating and doing this stuff and doing that. That's not what it's supposed to be about, man. It's not supposed to be about having fun 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed, Khan. That's not how life is supposed to go, and I don't know what it's going to take for the sisters to sit down and listen. Stop being so defensive. Because sometimes I feel sorry for you, brother. Sometimes y'all can't even open y'all mouth before you getting jumped on. I know women. I know they go through a lot, but it just still. I know for me, I've had it easier in this society than my husband has. I've had it way easier than he has. But I would hope that one day that we could all sit down, women, and actually listen, hear everything, just not the parts that we want to hear or the parts that, make us feel good. Because like I said, I'm new to Israel, but I keep hearing the same story. So obviously this is a problem, and it's not a pretty problem. It's not pretty at all. And hopefully one day, the Most High will, bring us all together. But I just want to commend you, brother. I thank you all for speaking openly, and honestly about it. I'm one of those sisters. I want to make to the kingdom. So if I can learn anything, whether it hurts my feelings or not, I'm old enough to know that my hurt feelings, I'll get over them. I'll get over them and take the suggestions that, you brothers are giving out and, try to apply them in the parts of my life that I need work on. And keep moving on, you know, with my walk with the Most High, my husband and myself. So, no. So,
nicely said.
But, I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for letting me say my piece. And I hope you gentlemen have a wonderful rest of the evening.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
Thank you, sister.
What you got, Mahmoud?
Nothing right now, brother.
You was talking when a couple people was talking, man. I thought you had something you wanted to bring out, man. But now the floor is open, man. Now you're mute, man. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man.
Right. I did, but you know, when the brothers was talking, have to let them talk. So, you know, don't want to be rude and interrupt anybody, but you know, sometimes the brothers touch on the same thoughts that I have, and then I just, you know, let it go at that. So
I mean, you know, the bottom line, man, if you're a simp male, if you're allowing your woman to have an open relationship, you're a simp. Will Smith is clearly a simp. I don't give a damn how much money he has. The man's a simp for even remaining with that woman after that. Not only he's a simp, that's a cuck. You know what a cuck is? A cuck is a man that allows his woman to have sex with someone else and still remain with her. He's a cuck. Will Smith is a cuck beta male with a lot of money. Money does not make the measure of a man. It's his personality, the way that he conducts himself, the way that he exhibits masculine energy, and you can't fake it.
Agreed.
Let's watch this.
I was able to catch one of my favorite online shows, The Red Table Talk, which is hosted by Jada and her mother, how they met, where Jada was filming her show. That's just trippy.
Jada.
Yeah.
And we sat down at the big.
Interesting is, Will fell in love with Jada while he was still with Cherie.
And we sat down at the baked potato. And we talked. There was a really unique, beautiful power.
Yeah.
Not having an affair.
He was married.
No,
Let's be
not at
clear
all.
about that. That's right. Jada had to let us know.
You see how she tried to justify that, saying where he was married?
But she that goes back to what we've been saying, that she sees whatever that other woman was seeing. She wants that, so that's how their mind works.
Yeah, she wanted an open relationship. She think because he did it, she could do it.
Come on.
See, under this system, he couldn't have two wives.
Divorce policy.
Me and Cherie went to dinner, and I remember I had to get up from dinner when I had a realization that I wasn't with the person I was supposed to be with. I went in the back. That was the woman I was supposed to be with. You know, what? Actually,
Set her straight. Now,
this is not the video I thought it was.
and I was like, I said, Jada.
I thought this was a video about him.
We're not going to raise our voice. We're not going to be violent. I can't do it.
Yeah.
She was like, you're not going to be hitting me in my head. My eyes welled up with tears. And she was like, okay, we didn't use any profanity, any argument. We never raised our voices.
To have, even though their relationship is not perfect, it's not as, I guess, weird as we think it is. Will Smith is a very traditional alpha male. And there are a lot of men like that still, which is not a bad thing at all.
What makes him an alpha male?
He's not.
I didn't see any alpha male qualities in anything he said in that video. He looked like a simp.
And this is not the video I was hoping. I wanted to see that one when they was talking about the adulterous thing. Anyone have a link to that one? When Jada Pitt Smith, was found to be committing adultery on him.
Trying to look for it right now.
Hey, Big Player, do you have a link to that one where she embarrassed him when she committed adultery with that young dude? These Eves are wicked, man. Come, Jet can't see that, man. What do you think the Most High is using us to warn you guys, man? You call your woman. I told my damn wife about that, man. You call her, you can't reach her, man. I wouldn't tolerate that, man.
Right. So you see how the world is. If you make a lot of money and you're rich and famous, that makes you an alpha male in the eyes of the world.
That's what they taught Eve.
Yes. She thought Lucifer was an alpha male. And Adam was a simp. But in that particular situation, he was being a simp. But if he would have stood up and been the man like he was supposed to be and been the protector, we wouldn't be in this situation. But it was meant to be. Because if not, we wouldn't have the Redeemer. We wouldn't be redeemed. So
wow. So she literally thinks she could justify why she committed adultery.
She knows in her heart that she can't justify it, but she's trying to justify it for her fans.
I'm down 10 kilos in 4 months. It turns out I can do this.
I definitely feel.
I've seen a made about Will giving him his blessing to date Jada. Now, if you don't know the backstory to all of this, last week, the R&B singer August Alsina did a sit-down interview with Angela Yee, and he revealed in his interview that he had a whole relationship with Jada, and Will knew about it.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation.
Look at this dude, man.
From their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. Mm-hmm. He gave me his blessing, and I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, and I truly and really, really deeply loved and have a ton of love for her.
When August dropped this bombshell, he created a lot of frenzy, and it had everybody on social media talking about it, including me. I even had my own thoughts about this situation. Been rumors that both Will and Jada dated other people outside of their relationship. However, the whole open marriage rumors weren't really confirmed by either of them. But anyway, after August dropped this interview, a publicist from Jada and Will's team came out and denied August's claims. However, August did respond and say, "My heart has no malice or hate toward anyone on this planet. I just simply want the chains off, and I'm willing to die getting there. The gift of freedom is yours to have. God promises us that, but only if you're willing. And God is not a man that he should lie, and I'm his son, so neither would I." With that being said, I should also say that no one was sideswiped by any conversation. Everyone got courtesy calls time in advance, wishing everyone big luck.
Will said, or the Smith said,
"I'm bringing myself to the red table." In the midst of this whole scandal, this prompted Jada to go on the Red Table Talk and reveal the truth. She said there's some healing that needs to happen, so I'm bringing myself to the red table. And as promised, Jada did bring herself to the red table, and she also brought her husband Will at the table as well.
And any headline that says Jada said or Will said or the Smith said is not true. We specifically never said anything. So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago. I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends. And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really, really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided.
I was done with you.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over.
Yeah, no, we were over.
Now this revelation is
you could tell that's acting and they're lying, and they're doing this to tone things down. You could tell that they're lying.
Calm.
You could see that in Will Smith's face and hers, that they're lying. It doesn't even seem real.
Calm, because I've seen a lot of his movies, and
someone scripted.
He didn't look convincing. He looked like he was fake.
They're ad-libbing. They just go there ad-libbing. He said for a little minute. She said indefinitely. They don't. These people, man. This dude's a damn simp, man. Shit, I can't even watch this. You met the man that's piping your wife. What kind of? Oh.
It's society, man.
It's that Hollywood madness.
Well, these women out here, they do the same thing, man.
Yeah, it's not just Hollywood. This is old society, man.
Becky and I, whatever. We just needed to get to agreement between he and I.
Yeah.
Now, Jada did go on to explain how she got into a romantic relationship with August. She talked about how August was going through a very rough time. He was dealing with a drug addiction, and he had a lot of issues from his childhood that he needed to heal from. And he was just dealing with a lot of tragedy in his family. And in my last video, I talked
So this hoe decides to give him sex.
around the time
Wow.
with Jada. And I kind of felt like Jada was wrong for getting into a relationship with him because she was supposed to be his mentor, not his lover. And he was emotionally, physically, and mentally unstable. So I kind of felt like Jada preyed on him. And not to say that she did it with any ill intention, because I do believe she cared for August. She cared enough to get him the help that he needed. But I do feel like it was a bad mistake on her part to form a relationship with a younger man who had all of this emotional baggage. Because look at how all of this played out. August is still somewhat hurting over this relationship. He was very dependent on Jada, and Jada kind of came to a realization that she needed to heal herself and address the codependency issues she has. Now, Jada did talk more about the relationship, and she also cleared up the claims that August was given permission by Will to date her.
It's one thing I want to get clear about and clean up. One of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is, the only person that can give permission in that particular circumstance is myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission because we were separated amicably. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not. Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said.
An entanglement?
Yes.
Dreading that trip to the grocery store? There are 3.
Hey, she's a straight whore, man.
Gives you so much more.
Man, these women are whores, man. That's what I'm talking about. Man, these men still take them back.
Yes, it was a relationship.
I'm sitting there laughing, thinking this is funny.
Can I say this? I think it's ironic that she said entanglement because I just Googled August, I seen his new music, and he's got a song out with Rick Ross. Guess what the name of the title is? Entanglements.
All right, God.
Stuff here, man.
Thanks for rocking. It's been like 3 hours.
Yeah, he's a wicked, man. These damn Simp men. This is what I'm talking about.
Is that just promotion for his new album?
Yes. You ready?
Guess so, huh?
Yeah, I don't get it. What the whole point of that was.
Don't matter how much money you got, how famous you are, you could be dead broke and still be a simp.
Yeah, he would have been crucified, man, if he did it.
Calm.
They record him everything.
Calm.
I can't believe he done this to her.
That relationship, I definitely realized that you can't find happiness outside of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily, you and I were also going through a process of healing in a much different manner. I would definitely say we did everything that we could to get away from each other, only to realize that that wasn't possible. I just wanted to feel good.
Mm-hmm.
It had been so long since I felt good. And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my codependency, which is another thing that I had to learn to break in this cycle. Just that idea of needing to fix and being drawn to people that need help, whether it's your health or whether it's your addictions.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that childhood trauma that feels as though it can be fixed through fixing people.
Mm-hmm.
Versus fixing me.
Yeah.
You know, and as I came through and started to realize certain things about you and I, he decided